Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about our favorite topic, passed hand bidding. I want to talk about the biggest pitfalls in passed hand bidding. When your partner has passed and you open the auction, there are many people that don't show a fit immediately. They like to do a scenic tour. And having been a passed hand, you should go straight to tell partner you fit with her, whether you're in the minimum range, medium, or maximum. You cannot start bidding new suits because partner doesn't have to bid again. So it's very important that you tell partner when you fit at the first opportunity as a passed hand. I'm going to load hand number one. One of the biggest problems we have in passed hand bidding is that when your partner's a passed hand, you know there's usually no game. And if there's no game, it's more important to open with a lead directing suit than to open a suit that has no value in it at all and put partner on the wrong track for opening leads. Because if there are two passes and you open, it's more likely that your left-hand opponent is going to get the contract and your partner is going to lead. So this is where we all fall down. And I want to talk about hand number one, everybody. You can all see hand number one? Everybody can see it?
Yes, we can.
Now we can. Good. All right. So the bidding's gone pass by north, pass by east, and now you're third in hand. You haven't got enough points to open one no trump, and you were always taught to open a minor. But here is a situation where your 4-card heart suit, even if you didn't have the jack, if you had ace, king, queen, and 1, or you had ace, king, jack, and 1, as long as it's got 3 honors in the suit, you should open third in hand for a lead. That is our main priority about passed hand bidding, is that you want to tell partner what to lead if they buy the contract. And you open a heart. I know it's only 4, but you really want a heart lead. And that is what really makes or breaks certain contracts. Now, bidding a heart is not as comfortable for the west hand as if you'd opened a club. If we undo this and don't open a heart, and you open one club, west will feel very comfortable to overcall a double because best's very, very strong. You've got too many points to overcall one no trump. A one no trump overcall is 15 to 18. But you've got 20 points here. So you can't bid 2 no trump because 2 no trump over a club shows the unusual 2 suited hand of the lower 2 suits, 10 cards, hearts and diamonds. So the only way you can show the strength of your hand is to double first. A double followed by a no trump is 19 to 21. Pass by north. And now, having opened a club, east is going to bid 1 no trump. 1 no trump is constructive. It shows 6 to 9 points. And now with 20 points, you're going to bid 3 no trump. If we go back to the bidding where I open a heart and the bidding goes double, west is not really happy with no real heart stopper, thinking I have 5 hearts. So if the bidding had gone 1 heart, pass, 1 heart, how do you really, well, you have to double because you've got too many points. And when partner bids 2 clubs, you have to bid 2 no trump. So let me just take the bidding back for one moment in order to show 19, 20 points. 19 to 21. Let's open a heart, which is the correct thing to do. 1 heart. It makes it hard. Double. You're supposed to be short, but if you've got the point count to show point count, you can still double. You're not supposed to have 4 hearts, but you're too strong to overcall. Partner's going to bid 2 clubs. Pass. And now, when partner bids 2 clubs, it's 0 to 8 points. You have no idea how many points partner holds. So a double followed by 2 no trump, everybody, is 19 to 21. And now partner will bid 3 no trump. And then the strong hand will be playing the hand. From this side. Whatever happens, a heart is going to be led on the south hand. They're going to be their partner is going to lead a heart, the 4 of hearts, because partner bid hearts. If it's played from the other side, they're going to lead the 4 hearts anyway. They're going to lead the ace, the king, the queen, and the jack. So playing the heart, and they're going to take 4 heart tricks. I must say that West is very uncomfortable to bid no trump, but how is West going to tell partner that we have 19 to 21 points? It's the only way, a double and a no trump. Just hope partner's got an honor for you, Doubleton. So after you take 4 heart tricks, what's going to happen next? We're going to count the cards and see. We've got to lose 4 hearts, and now looking at the hand, we've got to look at the rest of the hand. What are they going to throw away? A club. Okay. Now looking at the hand from here, we have 2 club tricks and 3 spades of 5. In order to bring in this hand, we've got to hope that South has the queen of diamonds. We have no other play on the hand. We're going to play back a club to give nothing away. You're going to play a spade to the jack. I want to keep an entry. And now you only hope to make this hand. You've only got 1 chance. They did open the bidding. We're not sure if they really had, they've got 10 points in the heart suit. We have to go for the diamond finesse. And they must cover because they don't know if their partner's got 4 to the 9. You must cover just in case partner has 4 diamonds to the 9. And now you make the hand. And now you have your 9 tricks. But the purpose of this hand is to prove to everybody that when you're third in hand, it is essential to open for a lead and don't open a club on this hand. Treat that 4-card heart suit as a 5-card suit and open a heart. Are there any questions on this hand, everybody? Somebody wanted to know about it. That's why I'd like to know.
Hey, let me go first.
I didn't hear. Someone's talking. Glenn, are you talking? Somebody's talking and I can't hear who's talking. No
Okay,
questions?
I'll try that question.
What's that?
Okay, I'll try the question again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yes, what can I do?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, when diamonds were first led, you said that the south hand was compelled to play the queen. But I mean,
Yes.
What happened to the old convention? Second plays low. Like, why wouldn't he hold on to his queen?
You should never, ever duck that queen. And I'll tell you why. Because if the north hand has 4 diamonds to the 9, they're going to make 4 diamond tricks if you duck the queen. By covering, you will promote a 4th diamond in the north hand. It was part of our lesson of when to cover an honor with an honor. On this hand, it doesn't matter, but it could matter on many hands. You must cover. They are going to take a finesse, but if partner's got 4 to the 9, you've promoted the 9 as the extra trick and they're not going to make the hand. But if you don't cover, they're going to make 4 diamond tricks. So you've got to cover. If you go back to the lessons on when to cover an honor with an honor, you'll see what happens on some of those hands. You must cover, otherwise they're going to duck it. And you're going to make 4 diamond tricks. Does that help you, sir?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? None? That was an easy hand. Somebody asked me about hand number 1.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
So south passed and west, I opened 2 no.
South passed on this hand
Yes,
with 14 points.
yes.
Really?
So 2 no, and then my partner passed.
Why would your partner pass if we add 2 hands together?
Well, maybe it was the first hand and it just, just getting warmed up.
Okay, but I would never pass. I would bid 3 no trump.
So what would you bid?
3 no.
3
no.
no.
No stamen. You don't have a 4 card major.
Right.
You have 6 high card points, which is 20, and 6 is 26, and a 5 card club suit. I would
So
definitely do that.
No diamonds waiting even, you just bid 3 no.
No, 2 no, opening. You only wait when it's a 2 club
Yes.
opening.
Yeah, that's right.
So when partner opens 2 no, I would bid 3 no. And I'll tell you something, if they play the spade suit, let's say they lead the 9 of spades, is which what I would normally lead. No stamen, I lead my major. I would lead the 9 of spades. Now, I can tell you from this point of view, we have a chance to set up the club suit, but we've got no heart stopper. We've got to just go for our contract and finesse the diamond. We've got no choice. You've just got to finesse the diamond. Because with no heart stopper, we can't mess around on the hand. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's go on to hand number 7. I think some of them are pretty interesting. The biggest mistake in past hand bidding is not showing your partner that you have a fit and bidding a new suit. And forgetting that even though you're past hand, that a new suit by the responder is not forcing. Opener is not obliged to bid again after you have passed. There's no question about that. Okay, South is gonna pass. You can't open. And we're gonna pass the West hand. And looking at the North hand, North's going to open the bidding. 1 heart, 5 card major. Pass by East. And now you have a singleton club. That singleton club, everybody, is worth 3 extra points, dummy points. So you have 10 high card and 3 for that singleton. And now you would bid 4 hearts. Now, somebody mentioned Drury to me. When your partner opens 3rd in hand, you're not sure if partner has a full opening hand. But you do have a fit with partner. So if you play the convention called Drury, 2 clubs is an artificial bid, and it wants to know, have you got a full opening bid? So you may not go straight to 4 hearts on this hand, because you're a bit worried whether partner really has her full opening bid. So in Drury, if we ever play that system and that convention, we would bid 2 clubs, and it's alertable. We have got to alert 2 clubs. Okay? It's a convention when you open light in 3rd or 4th seat. 2 clubs is Drury. Have you got a full opening hand, partner? It guarantees a fit in your suit. And you do have a full opening hand. And there are different theories about Drury. So if you know that partner has a fit, you're going to bid, and you've got 11 points with your hand, and you want to show the fit. If you bid 2 hearts, some people play that as weak. I don't have a full opening hand. Others bid 2 diamonds to say, yes, I do have an opening hand. If you play Drury, and then you'd get to 4 hearts. So looking at the hand. Let me go back.
Linda,
Yes,
how do you play Drury? You do two clubs.
you bid two clubs. It's an
Okay.
artificial convention that just says partner. And this is the most forgotten convention out of all conventions at the bridge table. I can tell you that now. Out of all the conventions, Drury is the most forgotten convention. Two clubs asks a question. Do you have a full opening partner? You're passed, you see. And now they're opening third in hand. They could be opening very light third in hand, and we don't know that. So some people play reverse Drury. Reverse Drury, 2 diamonds says, yes, I have a full opening hand. If you put 2 hearts, no, I don't have a full opening hand. It'll go past, and now you're going to put 4 hearts. If you don't play Drury, just put 4 hearts, everybody. Because you're going to take this hand for 13 points. That singleton club is very, very valuable. It's worth 3 extra dummy points. So you don't ever bid a spade. I've seen this happen. Partner opens a heart third in hand, and now you decide to bid a spade. Never do that. That's one of the biggest errors in third hand bidding, is not to show support with support.
What
They
about,
get-
I'm
Yeah?
sorry, what about a splinter going to 3 clubs?
You'd have to bid 4 clubs to splinter.
4 club.
You'd have to go to the 4 level. I love splinters. I would do it. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But when I teach it, you've got to learn the rule of 30. You all know the rule of 20, but I want you to learn the rule of 30. Maybe one day we'll do it. Don't worry about it now.
So,
Let's
Linda,
rather,
can I ask a question about this?
yes.
Okay, did I hear you say that, let's say somebody opens, 1 heart, and you have the heart fit, and let's say you have 13 plus points.
But you're
You-
not third in hand.
okay,
We're
so you-
talking about past hand bidding. If you're not third in hand with past hand bidding on this hand, you would bid 1 spade.
okay, got it. Thank you.
If you're not a past hand, you must bid 1 spade, because we are always going to wait to hear the openers rebid everybody. Now, it's very important where you're going to win the first trick. First of all, there's no second hand low by declarer. Before you play, and I see this happen frequently, you call the 2 of spades without even thinking about it. I don't want you to do that. I want you to look at the hand and say to yourself, which is the master hand? The master hand is the one with the long trumps. In the heart suit, we've got no losers. The king, the jack, the 10, the 9, and the 8 are the same as the ace and the queen. In the spade suit, we have 1, the 3 of spades. In the diamonds, we have 2, that's 3. And in the clubs, we're looking at 2 losers. And we're only allowed to lose 3 tricks. You look at dummy, if dummy can help you. And dummy can help you. Dummy's got a singleton. So it's very important where you win the first trick, because you need a taxi back to your hand. Watch how you play this hand, everybody. You win the ace of spades. You play a club to the ace. We always like to ruff with the short trumps in the dummy. And you're going to ruff a club. Very important that you ruff with the short trumps in dummy. Now, in normal circumstances, how would you get back to your hand if you'd won the first spade in your hand? You'd have to use a trump. You've got no entry back to your hand. Your only taxi is the king of spades. But if you made a mistake, I can still try and help you. We would go back now to the king easily, because that's where we left it. That's our second taxi back home. And now after we go back to that one, we can now take the jack of clubs and And you're going to ruff it with the ace of hearts. The reason being is you want to learn to unblock the suit. You don't want to get in a knot. Now we need to do and draw the children off the streets. We have a 5-3 fit. Our hearts are all the same value. The queen and the king and the jack 10, 9, 8 are all the same. That's why you must ruff with the ace. We did our groundwork first. We roughed out our 2 losing clubs. Take the queen of hearts and overtake it with the king, so you can stay in your hand. And now you would draw trumps and give them these last 3 tricks. But I'm going to go back in case you made a mistake, just to show you that we can use a trump to get back to our hand. It's clumsy, but you can do it. Let me show you what happens. We're in this position, and you now forget about that you're in your hand. We're going to just go back one more and pretend we can't get back. Let's go back and win the trick in the wrong hand, so you can see it when we won it in the wrong hand. You won the spade in your hand, not in the dummy. Okay, this is the wrong way, but we can still recover. We play second hand low, which is so totally incorrect. And you win the king. We always ruff with the short trumps in dummy. Now we're going to ruff a club. And now we need a taxi back to our hand. How are we going to get there? If you play a diamond or a spade, you're still going to have a problem getting there. So your best bet is to take the queen of hearts, overtake it with the king, overtake it to get into your hand, so you can still recover, and take your jack of clubs, pretty clumsy, and ruff it with the ace of hearts. And that's the only other way you can get there. And now you would play your ace of spades, and then you're going to give them those 3 tricks and take your heart tricks no matter what happens. And you can still do it that way, okay? That's your other way. But I want you to think very carefully how you play out the hand. And all you make are 10 tricks. You lose 1 spade and 2 diamonds. Did everybody get to this game, everyone?
No.
Down 2.
You went down to?
Our opponents only bid 3 and made 3.
Well, the thing is,
Okay.
they're not working out which is the master hand. When you play bridge, the first thing that comes to your mind is which is the hand I'm going to develop. And the hand you're developing is the one with the long trumps. You then look at dummy if dummy can help you. And when you see a singleton club, we've got to take advantage of that singleton and ruff those clubs with the short trumps in the dummy, and you can always make 4. You can never go down. And that's the important part about play of the hand. The minute dummy hits the table, you say, which is the master hand? Usually the one with the long trumps. Are there any questions on this hand, everyone? No?
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm trying to understand when we say that a passed hand is not forcing. So in
No.
this case, somebody opens and then partner bids. Is that the hand that isn't forcing, or is the partner the hand, the person who opens the one that isn't forcing?
If you are past hand and your partner opens the bidder
Yes,
and the opponents come into the auction,
yes,
you have to bid according to the limit of your hand if you fit with partner.
yes.
If you don't fit with partner, you must bid your hand accordingly. If you have a stopper in their suit, you'll bid no trump.
Okay.
But the no
But
trump is 6 to 10. Remember, partners open third in hand. Partner could be light, and we don't want to punish our partner.
Okay.
Linda?
So
Yes.
in this case, let me just understand it. In this case, there's no interference.
No.
Partner was in the third seat, north,
Correct.
and he opened. And then say south had changed suits. Is that the
Oh
hand
no,
that isn't
I
forcing?
don't bid anymore. If my partner bids one spade, I'm passing. If my partner's a passed hand and I don't think we have a game.
Okay, so the partner is the one that isn't a forcing bid. Okay, got it.
You've
Thank
got
you.
to show that support with support. This is one of the
Yes,
biggest mistakes.
I
in
understand that.
passed hand
Okay,
bidding.
thank you.
Okay. Anything else? No more? All right. I'll load up hand number 9. I think you're all waiting to ask me all those hands. That's what you're asking. Right. We're on hand number 9. It's going to go pass by north, pass by east, and now you third in hand. Let's talk about third in hand bidding. I know you don't have an opening hand. You've only got 8 points. You're not vulnerable against vulnerable. I really don't want to open one spade. My partner will think I've got a real opening hand. But because I'm short in the other major, it is your duty to pretend that that spade suit is 6 and open 2 spades to show a weak hand.
Oh,
And that changes the whole hand completely for defense. Without that bid, they are going to make this contract hands down. I didn't mean to pass, sorry. Pass 2 spades. Now what are they going to bid? West. West has to make a bid. Right? West is going to bid 2 no trump. You have to bid 2 no trump. Partner, I have 15 to 18 points and I have a spade stopper. It goes pass. And now East is going to use stamen. 2 clubs, 3 clubs. When someone opens and you overcall a no trump, whether it's at the 1 level or the 2 level, you pretend that hand has never opened. Everything is on. Stamens on, transfers are on, everything is on. And now partner bids 3 diamonds. I do not have a 4-card major. And now East is going to bid 3 no trump with that lovely long club suit. You know you have enough for game. But let's say you decide not to open the bidding at all. And they open 1 no trump. What are they going to lead? The 7 of hearts. Right? It's going to go 1 no trump. Pass. They're going to bid stamen. And when they deny a major, you're going to lead your major, the 7 of hearts. And now they're going to make 3 no trump. They're going to have a very easy time. Because all they've got to do is get out the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, and the ace of diamonds, and they're home. They're in total control of the hand. So let's look at it from a 2 spade opening, third in hand. You must get frisky, especially when you're not vulnerable against vulnerable. There are so many hands that I open a week 2 with a 5-card suit. And if I'm playing face-to-face, I just take a black card and put it with that card when I put down the hand in case partner says anything. So they'll see I've mixed up my hand. But you must do it. You must do it. It's the only way you get away with it. You want the lead of a spade. And you're not going to get that lead of a spade if you don't open third in hand. Now you lead a spade. Always the lowest from 3. Your partner bids the suit, you lead low to show 3 cards. Never lead a high. One partner will think you have a doubleton. And now this really collapses the whole hand. You've got to put up the queen. It's all to nothing. Now when they put up the king and they hold up, they don't know where the ace of clubs is. And they come back, the 8. I like that card. Why am I coming back the 8? It's called a suit preference signal. You know, partner, my entry is in clubs. If you want to know where my entry is, it's in the lower suit. There are 2 suits left on the table. It's in the lowest suit. And that's why I would do that.
What?
Now, you have to throw a heart away. Now, you've got 2 things to do. You've got to get out the ace of clubs. You've got to get out the ace of diamonds. But your club suit's 9 cards. Your diamond's only a 6-card suit together. So you've got to play the queen of clubs and hope that the hand that gets in does not have the spades. You're going to play the queen of clubs, the high card from the short side. And now the roof falls in because you bid for a lead. Oh my God, how wonderful. Now we can take the jack of spades, and now they're finished. It doesn't matter what happens. I don't know what they're going to throw away, a heart. And then we're going to take the 10 of spades. And now what are you going to throw away? A diamond. And your partner's going to give you the 8 of diamonds. Hey, partner, just come back a diamond, please. Don't forget, come back a diamond. And now you come back the 10 of diamonds, top of nothing. And now you're beating this hand all the way down. How's that? 2 down. We're going to go back. I'm going to redo this hand for you. Okay? Playing it with a heart lead. No spade opening. None. Look at what happens when you get a heart lead. The bidding's going to go pass, pass, pass. And they're going to bid 1 no trump. It's going to go pass. They're going to bid stamen 2 clubs. Pass. They'll bid 2 diamonds. I don't have a 4-card major. And now you, North, don't know which major they have that they stamened. And it's going to go 3 no trump. And you're going to lead the 7 of hearts. 4th from the top down. Well, you're going to duck it because you've got the jack. And we've got 2 jobs to do. You win the jack. We've got 2 aces to get out. The first one we need to get out is definitely the club from the longest suit first. So we're going to play the queen. They can duck it, it doesn't matter, but they take it. They can't touch the spades. They have to come back partner suit. And you're going to win the king. Now that you've done that job, before we do anything, let's keep all our entries together, everybody. Let's play a diamond. Costs nothing. Let's get out that ace of diamonds. And now they play another diamond. And you take the ace. Well, by this time, you know the hearts is a foregone conclusion. It's not going to help you. You've got no entry for the hearts. So you decide to play the spade, but it is too late. Now you're going to play the 4 from nothing. They'll play the queen. You'll put up the king, and they'll take the ace. They're going to take the queen of diamonds, and they're going to throw away that 7 of spades. And now they're going to run the club suit. And you're going to make all these extra tricks that you would never have made if you didn't open 3rd in hand for a lead. Especially a weak 2. It really throws the people off guard. Because when you do that, they are not sure, really. They think you've got a 6-card suit, but you don't have a 6-card suit. And they get very complacent. And that's how you're going to make all these extra tricks. And you're never going to go down. Never, ever will you go down. right? You're going to make 10 tricks. Pretty easy, right? Everybody says it's really easy. You've got to throw away a diamond because they're stuck in the dummy. And you'll give them the last heart. Spade was too late, I'm afraid. And that's 10 tricks, everybody. So let's talk about this hand. Okay? Would anybody ever open that hand? Third in hand, 2 spades? I don't think so. But when you're not vulnerable and they're vulnerable, you must operate. It's wonderful. I want the lead of a spade. So let's go back to past hand bidding. The majority of us must realize that when we open third in hand, our main priority is lead directing. I may have a full hand, but if I don't have one, I want that lead, everyone. Any questions? No questions? Okay, I haven't been able to follow the chat.
I have a question.
Yes.
So what if the south hand, instead of just the king, jack, 10, 9, 8, what if they had an ace, king in the clubs? Or what if, yeah, I mean, they would have had more points then, but would they have?
I wouldn't open a weak 2 if I had a full opening hand.
Okay.
I only open a weak 2 when I want to show that I'm weak. I haven't got an opening hand. If I open a spade, my partner may think I've got a full opening hand. So if I can rather lie by one card and pretend I have a weak hand and not tell partner I don't have an opening hand, I'd rather do that. So partner knows.
What if I didn't have that king? What if I had jack, 10, 9, 8, and I had ace, king in the clubs? Would I
Oh,
open?
no, I'm not going to open. I might pass. I don't want the lead of a spade with the jack. Partner might lead the king from King Doubleton and I've blown the whole hand.
But if I had four, if I had 4 clubs and 4 spades, but I didn't have a full opening hand, I guess what I'm trying to get at
I
is
would open a club.
I'd open the club because I want the lead
You
of the
want
club.
the lead, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
So if I had one more, if I had better honors, an ace king instead of a king, jack, 10, it's better to open the ace king.
You're opening you mean in spades? Or in
No,
clubs?
that's okay. It's all right. I get it.
So the whole purpose mainly is to open for the lead. But I think it's better to lie and show partner a weak 2 on a 5-card suit when you shorten the other major. It really has worked very well for me. I've done it all the time. And it's very good. But that's up to you. If I have 10 balance points and no visible suit to bid, I pass for 10 points, everyone. I do not bid at all, third in hand, even if my partner's passed. I will not bid with 10 flat points. I will not bid. Any questions? Any questions on this? Any other hands?
I think 1 and 5 and 10 were mentioned, Linda, in the beginning.
We've
And
done,
number 2.
1 was one of our hands. I have not mentioned number 5. I just spoke about it, but I didn't actually put it on the board. So I can mention number 5 and see if they want, or number 10. Which did they want? Number 5 or number 10? Let's do number 5 first, because it is an interesting hand. Pass by north, pass by east, and here you can't open. You cannot open. You must pass. You've got no opening bid to make on this hand, none. And now West is going to open 1 heart. And now pass by north. Now looking at this hand, you've got an incredibly good hand. I would be bidding 4 hearts no matter what the hand is. But if you play splinters, I would bid 4 diamonds. I think 4 diamonds is a great bid. A triple jump, you never preempt your partner. You didn't bid 2 diamonds, you didn't bid 3 diamonds, but you bid 4 diamonds. We never, ever preempt our partner. 4 diamonds is a singleton or a void, and it guarantees four hearts with partner, and being a passed hand, about 11 points. That's very descriptive, but if you don't do that, I wouldn't even drury on the hand. I would just bid 4 hearts immediately. On the law, we have 10 trumps between me. I've got great shape. I have a singleton, and I want to be in game no matter what. And you're not going to find 6. And you're only making 6 because the club is right.
Hey, Linda, so
Yes.
on this hand, I was east, and I started with 1 heart because of the stuffing. The 10, 9, 8, 7, they're all
I
the same.
can't. I don't have 2.5 defensive tricks. I
Okay,
need 2.5 defensive tricks, and I've only got 10 high card points. I only use the stuffing when I've been asked to evaluate my hand if I want to accept an invitation. Stuffing is used for when you want to accept an invitation, not to open the hand. So I don't want you to abuse my stuffing, okay?
okay,
Don't abuse it. Just use you've got 2.5 defensive tricks. You don't have the half. So I would definitely pass this hand. If I was 5-5, I might open, because it's now called the rule of 20, and you should have 2.5 tricks. But on this hand, I'm definitely not opening at all. Okay?
got it, thank you.
My pleasure. Anybody else? It's a great cross ruff, and the king of clubs has to be right. The only way you play it is the ace and up to the queen.
So is there any way you can tell your partner about your single?
Only if you play splinters. 1 heart, 4 diamonds. Because you never preempt your partner. That says I have a singleton or a void in diamonds, and I have 4 hearts with you. And 11 points. You're passed hand. It's very descriptive. You've got a singleton, she's got a singleton. The chances are, with 2 singletons, you may be going to slam. With 2 singletons, and you control the other suits.
Linda, what does you never preempt your partner mean?
You must never bid and take your partner's bidding space away. If you open a heart, you can't bid 3 spades. If you open a heart, your partner can't bid 4 diamonds. That's called preempting your partner. You're not letting your partner describe her hand. A preempt is a valuable tool to obstruct the opponents from bidding space. If they open a heart, you're allowed to preempt and bid 3 spades, or 4 diamonds, or 3 diamonds. But when your partner opens, you never take your bidding space away. You go slowly. But being a passed hand on this hand, 4 diamonds is very descriptive to show a singleton or a void. So never preempt your partner. I had it this morning in a class, and they went and bid 1 heart, 3 spades. And I said, you can never do that. That shows a singleton spade and a fit in hearts. You never triple jump, 3 jumps. Why are you doing that? The stronger you are, the slower we go. The principle of bridge is the opener describes and the responder decides. So I would never go jumping around. I've always said that's for children in the park. What's next, everybody?
Can you ask for help?
Not when you're a passed hand.
No, in the hearts. When you know you're going to have hearts, would you mention diamonds or?
I'm not mentioning another suit having been a passed hand ever. Once your partner bids 4, if your partner bids 2, you could ask for help, but not once your partner goes to 4.
Sure, right.
If your partner bids 2 hearts, you can reevaluate and ask for help. Definitely you can ask for help.
Linda, what's the correct lead on this hand?
On this hand, I like to lead the 10 of spades, top of an interior sequence, the other major. When they play 1 major, 99% of the time I lead the other major. And the 10 of spades is the correct lead, top of an interior sequence. I don't like to lead from Jack 4th if I can help it. And clubs, I'd never touch the suit. And if you're really unsure, lead a trump. But you know what? When you lead a trump, you're telling me that you've got everything. Somehow everybody tells me what they've got when they lead trumps. They're telling me, well, I didn't know what to lead. I've probably got everything and I know where all the cards are. So I think the 10 of spades is the right lead. Any questions on this hand?
What are the cases where you do lead a trump? Is that
Yes,
just
there are many times
when
you
they
lead a
don't when they
trump.
don't have a good, when you think they might be short in one hand and you want to use up the
Right.
trump?
And also when they settle in a second suit
Ah,
and you're
but here
logging their
here
first
they only
suit,
had one suit.
then you must lead a trump because you know they're going to want to rough the first suit. So a trump is essential. If they settle in a second or a third suit, you lead a trump. That works well. Somebody said they want another hand. Are you happy for one more?
10, please.
10. Okay. Right, let's try it. This is one of those hands, everyone, that I do not open the bidding when I have a 4-3-3-3 without 2.5 defensive tricks. You have an aceless hand. This is the only exception that I will not open the bidding. You've got 12 high card points and no tricks. I would pass. A lot of people open those hands. And now you're looking at this hand, third in hand, and you've got 8, you've also got 12 points, but you are third in hand. So if you're going to open this hand, you've got to make a decision what you're going to open. If you open a heart, third in hand for a lead, you might open a heart. I would open a heart. I'm third in hand. I know I promised 5. It's not the best heart suit, but I'm third in hand. Your other choice is to open a club. Now, if you open a club, it's easy for them. They're going to double. Now, if you open a heart, which I would have done, being third in hand, they have to think, what are they going to bid? They haven't got enough points to make a 1-no trump overcall. They cannot double. Although they've got 13 points, a double of 1 heart guarantees shortage in hearts and tolerance for 3 suits. They don't have tolerance for clubs. So they are out of the bidding. And now you're playing Drury. And that's the time Drury would come into effect on this hand. I've got 12 points. I'm not sure if my partner's light. I can ask my partner a question and I could bid 2 clubs, which is totally artificial. And it's called Drury. And it says, partner, have you really got a proper opening hand? I do have hearts with you. I do have hearts. You have to have hearts with partner to use Drury. And now partner knows that you are past hand and you've got a flat hand with no roughing. And you should just put 2 hearts and say, forget it, partner. I've got a dreadful hand. And now you should be playing in 2 hearts. And trust partner. I don't know what you all think about that. What do you think? Everyone's going to be overboard on this hand. East is going to open, West is going to bid, and they're going to be going all the way to the races.
We played East 3 no trump.
And did you make it?
Yes.
You did. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Everything was right. The
I
spades
guess.
were right.
We lucked out with the last trick.
Huh?
We lucked out with the last trick.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm happy you made it. But I must tell you in all honesty, this is one thing I don't see in any book. I will not open the East hand on that hand. Anytime I have 12 high card and no roughing value without 2.5 defensive tricks. I'd open a 4-4-3-2 with 12 points, but I'll never open a 4-3-3-3 on that hand.
Linda, What
Yes.
is, I'm sorry, I'm really a beginner. What is 2.5 defensive tricks
An
mean?
ace is 1. A king away from the ace, not on its own, is a half. And we do not have any aces. All we've got are 2 halves, 2 kings. They've got no backing behind them. They don't have a queen next to them to make it one quick trick. So that's a half a trick. An ace king together are 2 quick tricks. Queen third, queen fourth are not really tricks unless you've got backing. Unless you've got a jack or a 10 or something like that. Any questions? Any other hands? None? Everyone's happy with past hand bidding. All right, I'm just going to reiterate before we stop. Nobody wants to see any more hands?
Well, I'd like to see hand number 6, actually, 4 to 6.
6. Okay, we'll make this the last one then. Hand number 6. Did you have a problem on the bidding, sir, or the play out?
I had trouble bidding this one. I wasn't sure what.
Okay. Well, we can't open the east hand. We're going to pass. And we're not going to open the south hand. We're going to pass. And we're going to pass the next hand too. So now we have to look at number 6. We've got 14 points. I don't have much in stuffing. If I had more 10s and 9s, I might open 1 no trump on 14, having everybody passed. But on this particular hand, I'm not going to open 1 no trump because I don't have enough stuffing. So on this hand, I'm going to open a club.
I think North opened first, didn't they? They bid
I'm not
first?
opening a club. But North wasn't the dealer.
Okay.
South can't open.
Linda,
Yes.
why wouldn't South open 1 club?
You haven't got an opening hand. Why would you open on 10 points with 2 jacks? Jacks are worth nothing. I
8,
never
9,
open with
10.
8 with 2 aces. You
8,
need a
9.
full opening hand to open.
Well, there's 12, 8.
No, there's no points. Don't count for length. Please don't do that. I want you to start counting tricks, high card points.
Mm.
Jack of diamonds is worth 0. Now you're down to 9 high card points. All of you are going to be overbidding on every single hand if you count for length on every hand. And you're going to be opening everything in sight and going down on everything. I don't like to do that. I only like to count for length if I see that I've got my 2.5 defensive tricks. And I don't have them. I've got 2 aces. So I would never open the south hand. It's going to be 1 heart overcall. Now, let's talk about this hand. Now you have a wonderful club fit. You've got lovely clubs with partner. How are we going to tell partner that we love her club opening and a very good hand? The cubit, 2 hearts. Partner, I have 10 points or better. And I have 5 clubs with you. That is how we show that fit. But I like a much better bid than that. If you're going to play splinters, why don't we bid 3 hearts? A jump in their suit is a splinter. Partner, I have clubs with you. I have a singleton heart. I love my hand. I've got clubs, at least 5 clubs with you. But if you do not play splinters, forget about splinters. It's very complicated if you've never learned them, but if people do play them, I'm mentioning it to you. I think this is a beautiful bird of 2 hearts. The cubit of the overcalled suit shows a fit in opener suit and 10 points or better, and you are a passed hand. And this hand may bid 3 hearts. They've got 9 trumps between them. They may bid 3 hearts. And now you're going to bid 3 no trump. Why? Because you've got 14 high card, You double stopped in the hearts. Partner promises at least 5 or 6 clubs. And now you definitely are going to bid 3 no trump. Partner promised you 11 points, 10, and a 5 or 6 card club suit. Now, how do we make the hand?
That's the question.
They lead a heart. Now we've got a dangerous opponent. Very dangerous opponent. Who is the dangerous opponent? West. If West gets in, they can swallow up our heart and we're going down the drain, everybody. West is the dangerous opponent. We can never allow them to get in. Never, ever, ever. Because they'll come through the heart and we're finished. So we're going to take a safety play. And this is what I want you all to learn about a safety play. We have 9 clubs between us. I have a singleton heart. If I've got a singleton heart, there's no guarantee that the clubs are going to divide 2 and 2. I'm going to take out insurance. I'm going to play the club to the ace. Let me count my tricks. I've got 1 heart trick. I've got 2 spades is 3. Got 1 diamond is 4. And all I need are 5 club tricks and I've got 6 in the dummy. So as long as I can get 5 club tricks, I don't mind giving them a trick. As long as I keep West out. I'm now going to play the 5 of clubs. And I'm going to put in the 10 as a safety play. I don't care if East gets that trick. Now I've got 9 tricks. But guess what? East doesn't have the trick. And now I'm going to make 1,000,000 over tricks. Now I can play the king. I took the safety play. And that is what counts. West is the dangerous hand. Now I'm going to make an over trick. Now we've got 6 club tricks. And 2 spades are 8. And 1 diamond's 9. And 1 heart is 10. And we're going to make the rest of those contracts. So that's a very good, well-bid hand. Any questions, everybody? That was not easy, right? Think about it. We can't open South's hand. We've got to be able to show a good fit in clubs. And the only way you show it is by bidding the overcalled suit. That is the new style today. If the bidding went 1 club, 1 heart, 3 clubs, it's preemptive. It's very, very weak. I've got 5 clubs and a very weak hand partner. But the cubit shows the better hand. 10 points or better. Any questions? I
Do you
like
just
this
assume
hand.
you have stoppers?
I beg your pardon?
How do you know you have stoppers and suits to play no trump?
I have the stopper. The one that opens got the stopper in hearts. So when my partner bids the cubit, I've got the heart stopper. 1 club, 1 heart, 2 hearts. I've got the heart stopper. I'm going 3 no trump. 2 no trumps to play. Partner is a passed hand. I have 14 high card and partner showing me 11. That's 25. I'm the one that must go for game. I have to bid 3 no trump. I've got the heart stopper. King, Jack, and 1 is the heart stopper.
Okay.
If I didn't have the heart stopper over 2 hearts, I'd bid 3 clubs to play. That's what I would do. If I never had hearts. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this past hand bidding tonight. You can always look it up on Wikipedia if you want to find Drury. It's a convention that you may want to use, but I told you it's the most forgotten convention in bridge. Too many people cannot remember it. Too many. As a director, I'm called to the table innumerable times just because they don't remember Drury. And they all call me because the people made a bid and they don't remember it. So next week, we're going to do lead directing doubles on Tuesday. And I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My
Bye-bye.
pleasure.
Thank you very
Debbie,
much.
Debbie's asking a
Thank you.
question.
Linda,
Yes,
I have,
Debbie.
I have a process question.
Okay.
All right, so twice today during one of the pairs we were playing, people asked a question about the meaning of a bid. So they asked explain,
But
You
to
know.
the person, right, but not to the table.
not to the table.
Okay.
They asked explain to the person who had made the bid. So
Okay.
afterwards, in between, my partner said that he got asked about one of his bid, and at that same hand, I got asked about one of my bids. All right, so once I explain it and I hit the little button, that's, I explain what it is,
Right.
that my 2-diamond
Right.
overcall was tell me more, it still stays up there.
Oh,
And
you
it keeps
just touch
asking
it.
me again.
No, you touch it with your pointer and it'll go away.
I touched it on the explain and it
Yeah,
filled it out.
above the expand on the white area, it goes away.
It'll go away.
It goes
All right,
away.
but the other
Not
person
on
has it.
explain, but on the white area.
Look, after I type it in, I type on the white area and it'll go away.
If it's still up there, you just type on it, it'll go away.
All right, I didn't know. Look, because we got kind of frozen in the middle of that.
Oh,
Okay,
no, it does go away.
all right,
Okay.
thank you.
My
Sorry.
pleasure. Thanks,
Trying to
everyone.
figure it
Have a
out.
great weekend.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.